Hello you guys, I'm back because there's another hairstyle I want to show you from that show. It was inspired by the rolled rockabilly hairstyles that I was looking at during the show, but it won't look anything like that in the end. Usually my inspirations are like that. You kind of can't see where they come from. I'm gonna go right into it, and I'm gonna start with my parting. Now the part should be a deep side part on one side that then goes diagonally all across to the back of the ear on the other side. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clearly define my part. So I'm gonna put a little hairspray at the part and then make sure each side is slicked down. And so you see it comes diagonally, crosses the top of the head. Now before we started, Janae's hair was blow dried with, again, a volume mousse, and then I put a little hairspray in her hair for texture to make sure that when we do all the pinning that it all stays. Now we're going to go into our back roll, which what I'm going to do is direction all the hair over because the roll is going to sit right here behind her ear. And then I'm going to start pinning all her hair into her hairline with the large bobbies. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come from the other side and I'm going to pin from the other side. Make sure that the pin crosses over the other one. I'm even going to put a third one that kind of crosses all three. And now I'm going to just spray down everything and make sure it looks nice and sleek. This I can also perfect after, now I'm going to go into my roll. So what I'm going to do is, she has quite a lot of hair and I want to get the roll to be as small as possible. I'm just going to put a little shine spray here so I can maybe get some shine already in there going. Okay, so now I'm going to take this long part that hangs and I'm going to start rolling it up into these pins. Now I haven't teased it because I want this to look really tight and small and I don't want it to be very big. But you can if it helps you, like with your pinning, and if it helps you roll afterwards. And it's quite hard to roll up hair, especially when you have quite a lot of it. I try to take maybe a third of it or a little more and start my roll, and then I take the tail end of it and just tuck it. And I keep kind of feeding it back from hand to hand until I've rolled it all up. And then with my rat tail comb, I start tucking in and pinning. I'm going to take a large hairpin and make sure that it pins from each side. And then take this part, start tucking it in. And then the end of the roll is going to fan out, so that's what I'm going to do with the ends, because you're going to see that the ends might be hard to cover all your rolling inside, and then you want to switch to the small pins for the end. You can perfect after. I'm just trying to get everything to be pinned in there. Go on this side. Now this is coming up a little bit, so I'm going to take a smaller bobby pin, make sure that that is still tight there, and then I'm going to continue finishing my roll and fanning out the end, small pin for the end. And again, make sure that you get one side of the pin is on here and the other side on the roll. And any gaps that you see, what I do is I stick the rat tail in and I bring it all up. Make sure it's a nice clean line at the top. Now, I'm going to come and start kind of slicking it down. And then now I'm just gonna make sure that all the pins and that at the seam, it's quite neat. So what I'm gonna do is get a large pin now and kind of just put it in all along the length. The top, so it stays tight to the head there. And it cleans up all my little hairs at the seam. So that's the roll that sits just underneath the ear on that side. And then we come to this side and we're gonna start kind of doing the same thing we did on the other side. Okay, so now that this is all slick, we'll start making sure you cross your pin with the end of the other side so it locks it. Now that we have that side done, again, I'm going to put a little shine spray in the hair to get it really sleek. And we start the rolling process. I can't move my hand to show you exactly, but you press the roll up and you kind of hold it there. Don't worry if your pins show from the bottom. You'll remove those afterwards. It's just to give you a position for your roll. Okay, now I am going to remove the pins because I don't want to see the pins from the bottom. Maybe what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a bobby pin up in here to really make sure that it's secure and that when I undo the bottom it doesn't fall. Then I'm going to start with my hairspray again, bringing it up. We're going to do the end now, maybe a small bobby pin. Now the same pin I took out that was showing, I'm just going to use. Put it back in. Oh, there it goes, showing again. You have to be careful with the pins because I do the roll so close to the hairline because again, I like it extreme. You can move the roll back a little bit and it would be a lot easier to do without showing your pins, but easy was never a reason why I did something. Janae has a wave here and a cowlick that lifts her hair up. I'm just gonna go with it. I'm not gonna fight it because I think it looks quite nice, that little lift there. And these are the little things you can do to adapt the hairstyle too if you have certain things that may not be perfect for it. And this side, I'm not gonna fan because I love the way it ended up. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna overall put a lot of shine spray on it because I want it to be really glossy. And again, keep tucking my little hairs and perfecting. I mean, I don't usually tend to use too much hairspray, but in this style, maybe more is better than less. And that's the end result. And this style went with the other style that I did before in the show. They both walked down the runway together. So I hope you enjoyed it. I will definitely come back for more. See you soon.